What's up, everybody? We're back. It's Bryce.
It's T. It's E.
And we are here for podcast number 14. We got some interesting stuff today. We got an awesome interview with Portland basketball player Jayce Gorzeman. She was an awesome interview.
Homegrown.
Yep. And we're going to talk, obviously, NBA. We're going to talk Bachelorette.
I'm excited.
Big time Bachelorette talk.
That should be fun.
The Stanley Cup is underway. And Ethan's got another stupid sport for us. Are you ready for that?
You guys are going to love this one.
Yeah, I'm ready.
This one's going to take the cake.
I was born for this. And just a quick update, guys. This summer, just because there's not much going on, we're going to change our posting days to Wednesday. Every Wednesday at 10 a.m. we will be doing our podcast instead of Monday, Friday. Right in the middle of the week. And then T has an announcement for us also.
Yeah, so you guys have seen it. Our last podcast was with the guys over at NM Hype. We're now partners with NM Hype, proud partners with NM Hype, a local sneaker and streetwear boutique here in Las Cruces. It's the only one here. They do buy, sell, trade, and consignment. So make sure you guys go follow them at Instagram at _NM Hype_. And for their physical location, it's 128 South Main Street, Las Cruces, New Mexico. It's downtown. It's like a hidden gem. Kind of, you'll see it on when you're walking. Yeah, you'll see it. It's got to go upstairs. It's a really cool spot. They're about to open every day during the summer, so that means they're doing really well. And they have all sorts of crazy stuff, all sorts of great deals too. So they had a bunch of great Memorial Day sales. So be on the lookout for more stuff like that. So yeah,
cool. So we'll be right back after this break.
Hey, Sports Triad listeners, want to share your opinions, give feedback, or tell us what you're thinking? Send us a voice message.
Voice messages are an easy way for you to send us audio that might end up in a future episode of the Sports Triad podcast. They're the latest feature from Anchor, the platform that we all use to make this podcast work.
You can send us a voice message right now from wherever you're listening from. Let us know who you want to hear from next, what you thought of our episode, and even questions for a future Q&A session. Just tap the link in our show notes below to get started. We can't wait to hear from you. Alrighty, we are back. It's time to talk Bachelorette. Hannah is hot. Luke P is not.
Yeah, he's the worst.
All right, so Ethan, you want to start us with what we got going for Bachelorette there, sir?
Luke P was my guy, man. I mean, he still is, but I'm starting to see...
He's still your guy.
Still my guy. I mean, you can't turn around on the dude. Like,
oh, you can.
I mean,
I still think he's going to go very far because he's there. He's committed to her. He's showing her that he's there for her. But
a little too much.
He's a little too much.
I
mean, after the first few episodes, he looks kind of like a creeper. He's got jealousy issues.
Does.
And I don't know.
What do you think?
I mean, if we want to talk about too much, we should definitely talk about Cam.
Oh, yeah.
I hate Cam.
There's the whole... I mean, I tweeted that he's got all the stalker vibes, and that...
Oh, he does.
Yeah, and that tweet kind of did pretty well with the females, so they all agreed with me.
Yep.
And then I also tweeted that I'm not a fan of Luke P, and that one did pretty well too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, those two... obviously, I don't know why The Bachelorette did this, but they showed at the very first episode that two of the people... Peter and Luke P get to hometowns. I don't know why they did that. Doesn't make any sense to me.
T is very upset about that.
How many times have I said that?
He said it multiple times.
I'm
he's pissed.
Like, I don't want to know that. Like, now I know that Luke P is. I'm not worried about it.
Yep.
Like, no one needs to worry about it because he gets this. He gets to the last episode, or the second to last one.
I think they could have done a better job of hiding that, but still putting them in.
Well, then
there.
you look at like The Bachelor last season. Like they showed us first episode that
some dude
Colton was going to jump over the fence.
Yeah.
And they teased it every single week.
But it never happened.
And you didn't know when it was going to happen. But, I mean, we know that Peter and Luke are going to get to hometown.
Yeah, because Peter's driving his car and she opened the glove and he had condoms in there. She's like, why do you have condoms in your car? And then, so like, it was obviously his car. So they all get to hometown. So it's a little bit unfortunate and kind of...
Can you tell us all what you were saying yesterday whenever we went and picked up food?
Peter the pilot?
Yeah, the other day we went and picked up food, what you were saying about Peter the pilot in the car.
What was I saying?
That you were hoping, something about him and Hannah getting a one-on-one, and
I don't know what you're talking about.
No?
I don't know
what you're talking about. Yeah, we're gonna leave that off the record.
Yeah, but I don't know. Luke P will get far. I don't know if he's like husband material. I don't know. He's
definitely like hook up one night stand material.
Yeah.
I think.
But the one thing I was glad that happened, above all else, is that Cam is gone.
Yeah,
It makes me uncomfortable.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
Cam.
I mean, come on. It's Wednesday.
Cam did not get a roast, for those of you that don't know. And he did not deserve one. He does not even deserve a
How about the fact that he lied about, or like, I don't know, we don't know for sure. I'm assuming those stories are real because I saw his knee that had like scars. Yeah. But like the fact that he did it at that time, and like Hannah said, like to get the pity rose to just be able to stay another week.
I didn't really feel like it was that much of a life-altering issue.
Like the fact that he threw in that his dog died was a little bit far-fetched.
Yeah,
like
dude,
all
were
the
just
stuff.
reaching.
You're like, also, he's like, okay, I had to get surgery, and then my grandmother died. But also my dog died. Yeah. That was the worst one. Like, that was like, come on, dude. What are you doing?
And you could kind of tell on Hannah's face when she was just like,
I don't understand. It's so hard. I don't know. How hard is it to have a normal conversation with her? Like,
she's
just
very
being
quirky.
Yeah, like.
She, and like, I don't know who was saying it the other day, but she does not hide her facial expressions when you talk to her.
No, she's like.
If she's not pleased with the conversation, she will make it known through her facial expressions.
I'm not a fan of this.
But yeah. Let's talk about leading candidates. Obviously.
I don't know.
Peter Pilot.
Peter the Pilot. Luke. Connor.
I didn't really until Monday's episode, but I really
like that kind of showed Connor like who he was.
One-on-one that he was,
because he was totally cool with just hanging with her.
Yep.
But then he still got his date.
Yep.
He got the rose, and then
looks super young.
He's
24.
He's.
I think.
Yeah, you're right.
Tyler C too.
Tyler C's a good
That's
one.
the Ravens kid.
Jed is obviously really good, and then Mike Johnson's good too. I know she likes
That's
Mike.
The black guy?
Yeah, he's black.
Yeah.
I think this is different. I think we saw like this is the third episode now. I think by the third episode in The Bachelor, we knew who was going to be there. It was going to be like Kaylin, Tayshia, and Cassie. Like we kind of knew, and then I thought Hannah G, yeah, and Hannah B too. Like they're both there. Hannah B got pretty far as well, but. I think now there's like 5 or 6 people that could genuinely make it, and genuinely, I have no clue.
Well, and the previews for next episode look pretty wild.
That one looked insane.
So I'm ready for Monday.
That one was physical.
I just want to know where she got sick.
Well, I don't know why you would play. We'll go back to Ethan in a sec. But I don't understand why you would make these dudes all play rugby.
Yeah, like Luke P. Like he's
You're
gonna be good at that.
asking for something to happen.
Yeah. Like, come on, dude.
Oh yeah, and then her sick. I don't know. I guess yeah. Like, go ahead, Ethan. What were you saying about her being sick?
From what I understand, from what I've seen on social media, she's a bit of a partier.
Yeah.
She goes a little crazy whenever they're not on set.
She's living her best life.
Yeah, she's totally...
I feel like she got really intoxicated.
Probably alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, I feel like alcohol poisoning. Because she said she wasn't feeling that well. And then she had the
nobody knew like what was wrong with her.
I feel like they would have told her she had like the flu. They would have told us if she had the flu.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and she also went that night out on a date with him.
Yeah, so she probably just got... I bet it was like hydration. Yeah, she's probably really dehydrated.
Feeling better.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we don't know for sure, but I think that she maybe got a little too tipsy.
Probably.
Because she definitely... It's like a known thing. She's gotten plastered on all these episodes. Yeah. So, it's going to be interesting.
You look at them all the time. Every single episode, no matter what they're doing, they all have a drink in their hand.
Yeah. Except for Luke P, because apparently he doesn't drink. But I swear the way he was acting in the episode on Monday, he seems drunk. Like, he seemed like he was, like, ready to fight at anyone who tried to go talk to Hannah.
That's why I said, I was like, he seems like an aggressive drunk.
Yeah.
Like, like the one you don't want to be around.
Yeah, no thanks.
So, is that all we got for the Bachelorette?
That's all we got for the
Bachelorette. We'll have another update, obviously, next Wednesday. And another recap. So, there's our recap and our takes on The Bachelorette from 3 dudes. So we'll get into sports now, what we are known for, and we'll talk NBA. So the finals starts tomorrow night, and not a whole lot of news. I feel like it's been kind of quiet.
Steph Curry.
Hooves. I think there hasn't been a whole lot of news out for like Toronto. Like it's mostly just been going to say with KD not going to be playing Game 1, and then DeMarcus Cousins. He's available to play Game 1. Would you play DeMarcus Cousins?
No.
I wouldn't. I would wait.
Really not.
I would let Game 1. I think you base it off of how Game 1 goes.
Yeah.
You see how, because I mean, this team without KD and Boogie, they look all right.
Well, it's just the same team without Harrison Barnes and Leandro Barbosa.
Exactly.
And I mean, there's a few. Obviously,
Barbosa! I miss
Mr. Barbecue.
Yes, Mr. Barbecue.
Can you sign my net?
Mr. Barbecue. Did he just call me barbecue?
he goes barbecue. So yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? It's a 7-game series. What do you guys think?
I think it's a good series. I think the teams match up pretty well. I think if Steph has another big series like he did in the Western Conference Finals, I think the series will probably be done in 5-6. But if Toronto comes out and just, puts it to them in game one, shocks them, and then I think they're going to be on their heels because they're going to be like, oh, we need to bring KD back, we need to bring Boogie back, and I feel like that's just going to throw everything out of rhythm. And
I can see that. Well, I was talking to my guy, Nick Clark. Shout out Nick Clark today. I was talking to him at the restaurant yesterday, and he was saying he's got the Warriors in 6. He thinks that the Raptors will get game 1 or 2, and then they'll obviously get one at home. But I was telling him and obviously being a Steph Curry fangirl aside, I think that this is the finals that he can pull out a Finals MVP.
Oh yeah,
if he plays like he did in last year.
I personally think that as good as Kawhi is, I still think Steph Curry is the best player on that court.
Yeah, I agree. It's hard. It's hard because you can knock Steph Curry's defense, but I think his defense has gotten progressively better.
Yes.
And because he used to play on his heels a lot, and I feel like he's playing a lot better defensively. What do you think?
I think Kawhi's the best player on the floor, and he will be even if Kevin Durant comes back. I think Kevin Durant will be.
You think Kawhi's better than KD?
Right. Think about it, if he comes back, he won't be 100%.
Oh, okay.
He'll be the best player on the floor. He'll be the best player on the floor regardless during this whole series. I just think that the level he's playing at and the efficiency that he's showing, he's shooting like 55% from the field, like 46% from 3, and like 85% from the line. That's never been done. That's never been seen before from someone. And he's so boring. He's so boring with how he does it. There's no flash to it. There's no pizzazz or anything that's exciting about it. And that's why it kind of makes him so efficient. He's not trying to do it. He leaves everything the same way.
What's fun to watch, it's fun watching him because he knows his spots on the floor. Mm-hmm. He knows where he wants to get to, and he never fails to get there. You watch in game 6, whenever we were watching it on Friday night, there was a timeout called, and he stopped, came back, took a shot after the timeout from the top of the key. Next time out, he has the ball. What happens? Takes a shot from the top of the key. He saw it. Yeah. That's where he wanted to be. He wanted to take a look at it.
Well, another thing with Kawhi that I respect a lot is the dude dunked on Giannis with his left hand off 2 and ran down the court.
It's super nonchalant.
No emotion. And I respect that. I don't know. I'm not a fan of, and Steph Curry does it too. He does his little shimmy, but I'm not really a fan of the every single time down the court or the.
But what's this?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh, that one.
Steph Curry does it too. Well, I think this is different because has something to do with his religion.
Yeah,
his shimmying.
You're right. But that's only if he's in a zone.
Exactly.
That's one thing.
And Kawhi doesn't get in
specific
teams he does it against too.
He does a lot against
the Rockets.
The Rockets because of Chris Paul, especially now. He's gonna love playing against him after the whole kicking him off the court, kicking him off the floor thing. But I don't know. I think that
kick me off the court again. Yeah. Did you said that?
Yeah,
I saw it. Can I have you say that one more time?
No.
I think Toronto obviously needs Kawhi to play well. Pascal's not played well since the first series. Yeah. So he didn't play well in the following 2 series.
I hope he has a good finals, just solely because of.
Yeah, if the Raptors do win, something crazy happens, I don't think they will, but I'll be so happy just before Pascal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to play well though, and their bench needs to play well. Van Fleet. I think it's Van.
It's like VANVLE.
It's Van Fleet, yeah. But it's so easy to say.
So that's the big question. Also, is who's going to help Kawhi?
Serge Ibaka will need to help.
I think Danny Green needs to.
He hasn't played well at all. But he's he does a lot more that doesn't show up. He's their best perimeter defender outside of Kawhi.
He's like a Klay Thompson, I feel like, when it comes to.
Yeah, it's just
because he'll get hot
version.
too.
Yeah,
he's just a Kmart version of him.
Yeah.
Obviously Norman Powell needs to play well. Van Fleet, Ibaka. I don't know. I feel like he's going to shorten up the rotation. Nick Nurse will probably play 8 or 9 guys.
Yeah.
Van Vliet's been playing so well though.
Yeah.
The last 2 games he was shooting 80% from the 3.
That's a Chris Jan's guy, right?
Yeah, he played. Yeah, he played
at Wichita State.
Did you guys see? I don't know if you guys saw the Norman Powell. Nike literally doesn't have very many people in that last series other than
KD. Who isn't?
They had Norman Powell, and they used him as an advertisement because there's not very many other players in that series that they could use to advertise.
Because KD's the last one, right?
Yeah.
KD's the best one.
Yeah. Well, specifically looking at The Raptors and the
I mean, say like
because you have cool.
Because like talking about for the win, because
Yeah.
Giannis is a Nike athlete.
Yeah. Because they had to advertise something because Kawhi's New Balance.
Yeah, Kawhi's New Balance and
Who else? But they literally had to use a Norman Powell ad.
He played well.
Yeah,
though.
he did really well
He
though.
played well
It's
in
just,
Game 6.
that's not a name that you.
No, it's not. That's not a name that would be familiar to just an average
Yeah.
basketball fan. They'd be like, "What?
Yeah.
Who's this guy?"
Yeah, no.
So that'll be interesting. Game 1 tomorrow.
Steph Curry.
Very, very exciting
Oops.
stuff. So, we got that. Okay, so we'll update the NBA pick'em. I think that there's like only like 3 or 4 people that can
Yeah, it
possibly
looks
win.
like there's 4.
Because I'm 5th.
Yep.
So I cannot win because I didn't have the
You're
Raptors.
6th, right? Ethan's 6th.
Yeah, so we can't. So I think that there's one. Yeah, you're right. There's 4 people that can win, and it all comes down to how many games
That this series
it
goes.
goes to. So
Your buddy, Ethan's buddy.
Yeah, Matt Story, if you're listening, I don't know how you're in first place, but congratulations, man. I'm shocked. And
he has.
wow.
And then we got Evan B. Shout out Evan B.
Evan B has been talking about it at
Yep.
poker,
Yep. Evan B is in 2nd right now. He obviously is going to need the correct series number. And
if it comes down to a tiebreaker, he's going to need to have the game 1 point differential right or something.
And then we got 2 other people. Number 14, GAAYA. Don't know who you are, but you're doing decent. And CC12. Anybody know those 2? No. All right. Well, shout out to y'all. We'll obviously keep you updated on who's looking like they're going to pull that one out. But, so big news today. Right? That was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
RJ Hampton, probably one of the better dudes
Top
coming
five,
out of
Yeah, he was
high school.
5th ranked.
Announces that he will be foregoing college basketball, which is kind of a bummer. I wanted to see him play here, but I mean, you gotta get the check. But he's gonna go play in New Zealand. Is
Yeah,
that correct?
New
What do you
Zealand.
guys think about all that?
I love it. I
Yeah.
think it's taking your own route, making your own path, kind of growing up early.
Yeah.
Being your own man is obviously something that's really hard to do and something that's really hard to realize at that age, especially with a lot of spotlight and pressure on you being a number 5 player in your class. So I love it. I respect it now more than ever. Now that I've been exposed to college basketball, I mean, I'm an NBA guy and I'm a pro guy, so I'll always have that attitude towards it. But being inside, like kind of seeing how the NCAA works, I'm not surprised anymore. Like I was a little bit shocked when Emmanuel Mudiay did it. I was like, okay, why are you doing that? I don't understand why you're going to China. You're not going to play there.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm like, okay, I see it. Take a year to play against grown men and probably get better because the NBL is a really good league. There's a lot of dudes in that league, like 30-year-olds. Like it's a man's league. So I think he's gonna get a lot better.
Like you said, I think it's a good way to grow up, both on and off the court. I
Yeah,
feel like.
when you're
But
because you're dealing with your own bank account and
The
stuff now.
one thing I don't like is here in the States, college basketball is so big. NCAA, like the whole March Madness, like if this is the route the athletes are going to start taking, I mean, it's great for them because they're understanding that this is my future. I need to get to the NBA. That's my dream. Like the way RJ Hampton said it, he's like, I never dreamed of playing college basketball. I want to go straight to the league.
exactly.
Like if dudes want to do that, that's fine. But think about the impact this is going to have on.
Yeah, I just hope it doesn't.
Like
affect
it's
my
going to
friends.
diminish it. Like
Yeah.
I think eventually it's going to get to the point where college basketball, if this keeps up, they get rid of the one and done, and players are going overseas to play. College basketball is going to suffer.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a better month than
I freaking
March,
love
beginning of
dude.
April. Like
Yeah.
that's the best time for sports.
So, yeah, and I'm a huge college guy, so and I look forward. Like I'm already like, dude, can it just be March already?
Oh yeah.
Actually, no, I'm looking forward to college
yeah,
football.
college football, college basketball
But-
are the best things. Like,
Yeah, I love those things. But no, I mean, you understand what RJ's doing, and I mean, it is kind of a bummer. I wanted to see him play here, but you'll still get to see him.
the teams that he had in his top 3, Memphis, Texas Tech, and Kansas. I mean, had he gone to Memphis, that recruiting class is already number 1.
they're gonna be.
They have 5 guys inside of the top 35.
I did see. I was surprised by that.
Well, it's because of Penny Hardaway.
Yeah.
Penny Hardaway has that job, and then now they have Miles Simon, who played for my dad, and he was the most outstanding player in the Final Four. He played for Michigan State, and he's a really good recruiter as well, and he's a really good guy. So
It's crazy how that.
he's their head assistant now. So like that, I'm not surprised that Memphis has the number 1 recruiting class. I don't think that they will win the national championship, but they're gonna have the best players.
Best players on the court.
So
It's going to be like Kentucky.
yeah. So I don't know. I think it's cool. I respect him for kind of taking his own path, especially because he's only 18.
Yeah.
So that's hard.
There we go.
Yeah.
But Magic back in the news again.
I saw that. I turned ESPN on today. I was like, what is he doing?
Yeah, it's because he went on. First takes really early.
Yeah.
It's really early in the morning. It's like 7 to 9.
Yeah, then they show the rerun.
Then they show the reruns, and then a lot of people will post it on like YouTube and stuff of like and that. So now he came on like when a lot of people were watching and was talking about it yesterday about all this kind of reinforcing and re-explaining what happened with him at the Lakers. And then the newest thing that came out was that he was abusing his employees, and obviously that touched me and kind of hit me a little bit because my dad was an employee for him, and I agree. Like he fired people unlawfully and without cause, in my opinion. So I don't know. I don't like Magic anymore. I don't respect him that much, but I also think that it's a two-way street. The Lakers are a dysfunctional organization, and he's probably dysfunctional. I never thought he was fully invested into the job. Yeah. He is owner and CEO of multiple companies, and he's part owner of the Dodgers. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
What cracked me up was like you look at that story. First thing I saw this morning, I get on my phone when I wake up. I'm going through Twitter, and I go to the trending, and I see Rob Pelinka, and I was like, all right, what happened? So I clicked on it. Apparently, he was trying to tell people that this story about how he had tried to set up a meeting. That he set up a meeting for Kobe Bryant to meet up with Heath Ledger after The Dark Knight had come out, and he wanted to talk to him about how he became so invested in the role and want to talk about the character and go to dinner, stuff like that. Heath Ledger died 6 months before The Dark Knight came out.
What the fuck?
So,
damn it!
He hasn't been doing a whole lot of movies lately.
So Rob Pelinka,
yeah, no, he hasn't.
That just starts like Rob Pelinka, a mess. Magic, a mess. So how are you supposed to have a team that's worth anything?
Yeah.
An organization that's worth anything if you have your two top guys are doing stuff like that.
Yeah, at this point, I'm kind of just ready for this whole drama and out in LA to be over with and get to the draft and see what they can do with that.
Let's go Clippers, man.
Clippers.
Hopefully they get Kawhi.
Yeah,
because I know that's such a Kawhi place to go to.
Yeah,
they're screwed. I mean, Rob Pelinka's not even a general manager; he's an agent, and he was one of the best agents. I don't know why he ever took that job.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of sick of all the LA drama. And
they're not. Why are they in the news? They're in the news because they're LA, and there always will be, regardless of if they're playing well. It's like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
They're gonna play well. They're gonna play terrible. They're always gonna be the first thing that people talk about.
Yeah.
But I think it comes to a point if you're not gonna be good for 4 or 5 years at a time, like
beating a dead horse.
Yeah, like talk about someone else.
Just redo everything.
Yeah.
Talk about a team that had a good season.
Like, why aren't we talking about like Brooklyn or
Brooklyn
or Orlando, Sacramento?
Yeah,
Sacramento
Orlando,
had a good year.
Orlando.
Yeah.
The Magic. Who did the Magic have?
Yeah.
So
cool. Is that all we got for NBA?
that's right. That's it.
Cool. So yeah, tune in to the finals.
Starting tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. It's time.
It's going to be
Steph
such
Curry.
an exciting series, especially because both of those, just the organizations, like they're great organizations. The venues they're playing at are crazy.
I think the two fan bases are probably the top two fan bases in the league.
Oh yeah, no, we talked about this the other night. What happens if the Raptors win? Do they go to the White House, or do they go to the or do they go meet with the Canadian Prime Minister?
Yeah. We were talking about does Toronto Did Toronto go to the White House?
Like I don't remember.
I don't think so. That doesn't make sense.
The Blue Jays won the World Series back to back in 1993. Yeah.
They went to the White House?
No, I don't know. Like I wasn't around.
In the 1990s, I was like 1993. Was that Bill Clinton? I'm sure he offered.
That's just I don't know. I couldn't imagine a Toronto.
Like, are they gonna cross the border? They're gonna fly down. They're gonna go meet with.
Yeah, I mean, you got dudes on the team that are probably.
I mean, for Toronto, Austin, the best, like one of the best players in hockey.
Yeah,
that's my new team, by the way.
The Maple Leafs.
Yeah,
Maple Leafs?
because of the Nelk boys.
Oh yeah. He was
with. Yeah. That's why. So now I don't know.
He was just clowning.
Wait, aren't they good?
The Toronto.
No, which is the team that got bounced in the first round? And there was the 1-2. Was that Tampa Bay?
That was Tampa Bay.
Okay, yeah. So Toronto, yeah, he was just clowning on
Toronto made it though, didn't they? They lost their first round though.
Yeah, I think they lost in the first round. But I mean, Austin Matthews, he's probably one of the best NHL dudes in the league.
Isn't he like 20?
Yeah,
he's 21.
Yeah, he's super young.
I remember first hearing about him. But cool. So we're talking about hockey. So let's jump into hockey.
That's the most I've said anything about hockey.
Yeah. Stanley Cup happened 2 nights ago.
Freaking Bruins.
Game 2 just tonight. I didn't get to watch any of it at all. I actually watched a 4-minute review clip right before we started. But, dude, St. Louis had it. They're up 2-0 in the second period. And Boston comes back and scores. One of the goals that the Boston scored looked like just a freak goal. And that's the one thing with hockey that happens a lot is there's so much room. Like that doesn't happen in basketball. It doesn't happen in football, where you can have a random bounce, and it goes in. Like that's you don't see that in basketball. A random bounce off the skate, and it goes in.
Think about how much has to go in. Like think about how crazy the skate's not very big.
Yeah, dude. And also you look at the goals. They're tiny.
They're not.
The puck is tiny.
And their goalie's massive.
Yeah, the goalie's huge and flexible. Can do the splits.
Yeah,
those probably can lick his own butt.
What did you say?
He said he could lick his own butt.
I could. Think about it.
No.
He could.
I mean, good. Great for him.
Think about it.
How would he do that? Would he go straight under, or would he like twist and go back?
Find a way. He's a goalie.
I feel like he would try to be like roll up into like a roly-poly.
Roly-poly.
Like this way. Like you go chin to chest. I don't know. I feel like that would be the most.
Long story short, Boston won 4-2. They scored 4 unanswered. It took game 1, which they were supposed to. I think the fact that St. Louis got off to a 2-0 start, they got to like big. That, but also not like the way they finished the game out. I think the last goal was an empty netter, so it's really a 3-2. The final score is really 3-2. Mm-hmm. Empty netters, I don't like those, but personally,
stat boosters.
I don't like them. But game 2 is tonight, so tune into that. Stanley Cup hockey, playoff hockey is just so fun to watch. Like it's kind of like playoff baseball. I can get into.
Baseball's awesome,
but regular season hockey, regular season baseball is tough to get into unless you're really invested in a team, I feel like.
Well, it's just so hard because, I mean, there's so many games played.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, there's games like, these teams play like every night, every other night. It's a lot.
Yeah, I feel that. So, yeah, that's all we have for hockey. We have Mr. Stupid Sport. We pretty much just giving you that role because you're always the one that's looking up stupid sports.
That's fine. You're going to love this one. Okay. Dwarf tossing.
Yes.
Jesus, they did that in. There's a spoof on that in the Wolf of Wall Street where they toss the little person onto the target with
rules. Little people wearing padded uniforms or Velcro costumes are thrown by regular-sized folks onto mattresses and or at specially designed walls coated with Velcro.
Oh.
Yeah.
The aim is to throw, and this is, I'm quoting the website, throw the hapless little fella further than the other competitors.
Hapless?
They don't know where this came from, but apparently it's growing, and it's really like in like the first world countries. This is really only big in the first world countries.
Well, because that's a rich person's thing. Like the Wolf of Wall Street, that's true.
But listen to this. It was banned in Canada, and if you're found throwing little people,
how are you gonna find that?
It's a $5,000 fine.
What?
And 6 months in prison.
Even if the dwarf is cool with it.
Yep. And in France, it was allowed.
Why would you be cool with
the French allowed. This is actually like a sport in France. Like this is allowed in France.
Like where people go watch it.
Oh.
But,
dude, I would honestly go to a dwarf tossing event.
Yeah, like
dude, oh no.
I would. No. If we go to France ever, we're going to a dwarf tossing event.
I'm not. I will not be there.
Why not?
I'm staying home.
Why not?
I'll eat some snails. I'm gonna stay home and eat a plate of snails.
Like Australia, it's big in Australia, but
you haven't been there yet.
The human rights groups are trying to like put an end to it. But yeah, that's.
But you're right. I haven't been
there. There you go. So if you guys get a chance.
Dwarf tossing. Wait, just imagine what it's like to be the dwarf.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, throw me.
No, that's not what they're saying. I don't. Velcro. I'll do a bullseye.
Could you like? Would it be like those big old like
inflatable ones
that they have full of foam? Like, are you set up on one side? And then
how are they throwing this? Throwing them by the arms?
No, I'm sure it's like
in the Wolf of Wall Street there was a catapult.
No, what I'm thinking is they hold them by like their
a slingshot.
They hold them by their collar, and they hold them by their pants, and they just rock them.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of different routes. You can go like what do they call that thing in bowling? the
that
help.
helps you.
No, the thing where you just set it down
Yeah,
and it goes straight
goes
down.
yeah.
You could do it like that route where there's the slingshot where you just put them in there and you kind of let it rip.
Oh, dude.
And then you could do.
I think I'm getting like 4 full.
I'm trying to get like some in there. Yeah.
No, I'm seeing
4 full swings.
I'm seeing shot.
Oh, you're like shot
I'm
put?
seeing shot put here, where like you hold him up by his shirt and
Yeah.
like you get a nice handful of his pants.
Are you guys?
And you spin in circles and you just
Throw him.
Would you be like a lofter, like javelin style?
I think I would just go for the bullet, bro.
I'm going where like
I'm all about
putting enough
coverage.
on it to where he's
I'd be
able
about
to go
coverage.
flat and start to like
Go up.
This
up
is
so
the
he
awful
can
thing
just
what we're talking
stick.
about right now.
I think. Well, like, so is it like this or is it like?
It's
this?
the bullseye is a little bit like
Yeah, I'm
the
sure
target's
it's better than
slanted.
it.
They gotta be able to take the
Dude,
absorb.
I think I'm grabbing that dude by the ankles. I'm taking 4.
Okay, but he's only got one side of.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Hope it hit. Hope you land on
Yeah,
the
see,
front
that's
side.
why I feel
buddy.
like mine's a safe bet. So like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you just
But what if he also starts going and falls back on his butt? I don't know. There's a lot of variables that could go into this.
so there you go, guys. Go check it out. Dwarf tossing.
I like the sport. I like it.
Well, that was a good place to end.
Yeah, that's a good way to jump right into our.
No one listens to this. Not many people listen to these sports anyway. So
We'll jump right into Mrs. Gorzeman, Miss Jayce Gorzeman, the
Mrs. She's married. I didn't know
I
that.
don't know. Is she?
No, she's not. It's Miss.
The Portland
Pilots.
Portland Pilots.
Be the
She
pilot?
had a big year this past year and headed into her
Junior
Junior
year.
year.
Yeah, she's supposed to have a breakout year.
yeah. So she's I've known her for a while. I think we've all known her for a while.
Yeah.
But she's super dope person to talk to, and we also brought on for the second time
Oh,
Miss Zeta.
our first reoccurring guest.
Yep, Amada. Oh yeah, you guys.
I wish you guys could see whenever we talk to her, like outside of just the podcast.
Yeah.
Like she so badly just wants to just.
Yeah, and we'll get into that right now. Just a heads up for all of you that don't know, we've had some
Drama.
other sorority girls. I'm not gonna say who, not gonna say what sorority. Reach out to us and say,
Yeah.
hey, they lied, or they were lying about what they were talking about on their initial podcast.
That's what they hit you about, right?
Yeah.
They're also not happy that they haven't gotten on.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's what they. I haven't been talked about that. I've been messaged or reached out to by different sorority girls in different sororities, and they're mad or upset or salty that they weren't the first ones on or that they haven't been on yet.
Yeah.
So
I think that had to do with it.
And then also apparently the stuff that they're lying doesn't help. So
apparently
if
Ashley
you guys want to hear some sorority drama in their silence period,
oh yeah,
because they're in a silence period.
yeah. So Amada might get hit with like a $15 fine, but she said she was willing to take it.
Yeah,
We'll also pay that.
We're trying to tell her that if she just lets everything loose, that we will all pitch in and cover her.
Like if it,
Yeah.
No matter how much it is, we got you. But yeah, so yeah, we got JC is the main interview. We got Amada came with her because they're best friends. But so here goes our interview with Jayce Gorzeman, women's basketball player for the Portland Pirates.
No, pilots.
You say pilot all the time for Peter. You can't say it this
I thought you
time.
said Pirates.
No,
No,
bro.
Portland Pilots.
Sorry, shout out to Portland Pilots. They're the Pilot.
All right, guys, welcome back. We are here with our interview with Portland Pilots forward Jayce Gorzeman and one of our favorite sorority girls, Amada Franco. Ladies, thank you for being on. Back
Welcome.
and ready for more.
Welcome back to the best podcast in Southwest.
Yeah, thank you guys for being on. We appreciate you coming on for.
No, thank you for having me and Amada.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
So, Jayce, we're gonna start off. Talk a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself with us. Tell us a little bit about your family, mom, dad. We know your dad played some college basketball himself, so
Yes.
it kind of runs in the family.
Yes, so I come from a family of 4. I have a mom, dad, and younger sister. So my mom's actually a New Mexico State alum. She was a cheerleader there. You know, I don't know how that happened. I became a basketball player and she was a cheerleader, but yeah, I'm here thriving. So, and then my dad, of course, like you said, he played basketball at University of California Baptist.
They're the WAC now.
Yeah, you know, and he was there when it was Division II, and he
Yeah.
was like, you know what, we were still good back then, but I'm like, all right, Dad, whatever. And then, yeah, my younger sister, she's actually an athlete as well, really good track star runner. She'll probably go to college for that, hopefully, but Yeah, so I'm like, here's my sister and I, and then there's my mom, a cheerleader, but you know what, we're still good. So.
Family of athletes.
Yeah, I guess so.
So speaking about basketball and all that, you played AAU growing up. Obviously, I feel like that's how most of the collegiate basketball players, that's the route they take. What is your stance on AAU? How did your AAU go? Tell us all about it.
So yeah, I knew in order to go on to the next level, I needed to play AAU. It's really important, and I don't think people give us athletes in New Mexico enough credit. Like honestly, and so I know AAU is the route to go. And what happened with me was, I think I started in 7th grade. I think that's when I kind of realized I wanted to play college, and I played out of a team with a team out of El Paso called El Paso Fusion. Played with them for a couple years. Then sophomore year, there's a team here, actually, New Mexico, called New Mexico Heat Elite. Has probably some of the top athletes. And so I was going to go and try out for that team. But at first I was like, man, I don't really want to try out. That's kind of nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And we had some of the top athletes on that team at the time, like Danny Williams, Alexa Romano, some of the well-known players.
She went to Alexa Romano. Did she go to La Cueva?
Yes.
Right, yeah.
She's at Stanford.
And Danny she went to
Clovis. Yeah.
And she went to play at Texas
Texas
A&M and
I
then
had a
transferred to
huge
Texas.
crush on Alexa Romano.
Oh my gosh,
I was a
she's beautiful.
freshman, and I was like, just sitting there. Oh, I was in love with her. She came and played. When I was at Cruces, she came and played.
She played in the holiday hoopla.
Hoopla, yeah.
And Noah and I were sitting there, and Noah was like this the entire time, just.
Drooling.
Oh, I was just sitting there. You will. I will show you.
So yeah, they were on the team at that time, and so the team was loaded, but they actually graduated, and so this coach happened to see me play in Albuquerque, and he called my dad up and was like, hey, I really would like to have Jayce on this team. I think it's a good opportunity. And I was like, you know what, Dad, I think this is a good move for me. So I went and played with them. Such a cool dude, like great, and everything was paid for. Like I've never been on a team like that. Like everything, the only thing we had to pay for was, I think, flights. And so yeah, food, hotels, and like we'd stay with one other girl. Like we were living like the college dream, basically.
Was it 4 in a room, just packed?
No, yeah, we each had our own bed.
That's
and
nice,
yeah, and it was crazy. And I played with Amaya Brown.
Oh yeah, she at Florida State.
Yeah,
she's
really good player. And then some other players that went on to play at like Louisville, UCLA. So I was really fortunate.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it was just a really good experience.
So did you get your offer from AAU? Like, is that where most of your recruitment came from?
Yes,
okay.
Of course. So you guys are gonna kind of laugh. I guess I can talk about University of Portland a little bit. I went out to, I think it was my junior year. I missed junior prom and I was really bitter about it. I was just really, excuse my language, pissed at my parents. I was like, you guys are making me miss prom for basketball? Like, I was like, you know what? No, this is gonna be worth it. So I went out to Oregon for a tournament, and this is where University of Portland saw me, and a couple days later I got a phone call, and I guess everything happens for a reason. I told myself, and I didn't know I was gonna go there at the time, and I was like, yeah, I'll come check it out. Go on a visit, and yeah, and that's what it just kind of began.
Portland's a cool city.
Oh my gosh,
it's awesome. I think it's a cool city.
Yeah, have you guys been?
I've never been.
No. You guys need to go out there.
Yeah, I would like to go out there for sure.
Yeah, you'll love it.
So, we know you're a fantastic basketball player. I mean,
Thank
playing
you.
Division I. So, was it just basketball growing up, or did you dabble in other sports?
Yeah, I kind of dabbled in some other sports.
Big word.
We'll say dabbled.
I feel like that was definitely your word of the day or something.
No,
Word of the day.
we'll say dabbled because I think.
Did you flirt with other sports?
Yeah. Because
multiple relationships.
basketball is the only thing that really.
I know. So yeah, I dabbled in some.
You set yourself up for that.
Dude, dabbled is a great word.
Yeah, was that your word of the day?
Oh my gosh. Well, actually, I was a soccer player since I was 3 years old, and I used to play on boys teams only. And I think that's where I got my competitive spirit. Like, I got really competitive, and the guys made me tough. I'll be honest. And
I played on a girls' team once.
oh my gosh.
My mom signed me up for this. I was like, I don't want to play soccer. Oh, I was the best player on the field, though.
I hope so.
It was technically co-ed, but
you were the only
I was
boy?
out there. I don't know how many players are on a soccer field at once. Isn't it 11 on 11 or something like that?
Yeah.
I was the only dude on the
You
field.
were older. They were probably
No, I
crushing
mean,
on you.
I was like 6. So it could have been alright. It could have been last week. It could have been last week,
What are
but
you talking about? You started playing soccer yesterday.
yeah, it was this morning.
To be exact.
I did. I actually registered myself.
Oh
No,
my gosh.
Yeah, that was just my story there.
No, that's okay. Yeah, so I played soccer, and then I came into I think my 8th grade year. I stopped, and that's when I kind of knew I wanted to go play college basketball. But so in high school, Wait, I take that back. I played volleyball in middle school. That counts. Yeah.
Shout out Zia Middle School, right?
Zia Middle School, Bryce.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I was just here for 2 months. Come on.
2 months. Go T-Birds. But, so yeah, I played volleyball a little bit. I only did that because I wanted Thunderbird of the Year. Now that sounds kind of...
There you go.
Yeah. But,
Thunderbird of the Year.
yeah. And so then I came into high school, only playing basketball because I was like, if you want to play in college, like, you really got to take this seriously.
It's gonna be a one sport, yeah.
Exactly. And
Most of the time.
Most of the time, right. And I thought about doing track, but AAU was during the track time of like track season, and I was just like, dang, I can't do this. So senior year, finally, I was like, you know what? I'm doing track. Who cares? And I come out and I did track with my younger sister. That was probably the coolest thing ever.
That's cool.
Yeah, I ran the 400, did like the 4x4, and then I did triple jump. That was kind of interesting. And yeah, so.
That's awesome.
But yeah, she kicked my butt every time, so. That's kind of
Didn't you come out at district never jumping before? You got like second.
Yeah, second place. No, I'm serious.
She never jumped all season and she
Well,
went
all-around
out.
athlete.
Yeah,
No, well,
second. Shocked everyone.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I wanted to do high jump. You know, I was like, oh, it's like a layup, man. This
there
is
you
easy.
Yeah.
So I come out, right? Get this, guys. I'm telling you right now. So we have this high jump pit. Ethan, you can attest for this.
Yeah.
All right, so it's on really bad gravel ground, okay? You know, it's nothing like Centennial over here.
Oh,
you guys.
yeah.
So I learned all the footing, and all right, I'm going for my first jump. I'm like, whew, I got this. So I'm running. I got my steps. Take one step, and I hit this gravel, and boom! I just bust my butt. I'm laying there like, what just happened? I was like, yeah, never again. I was like, this is not for me. So then I was like, all right, let's give triple jump a try. And this is like maybe with like.
What is that? I don't know what the triple jump is.
It's like.
You run and you jump 3 times into the pit.
There's like 3 phases. Yeah. It's
Oh,
Jump
yeah.
off your right, jump off your left,
And
and
then
jump
land
off your right again, but you land on both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, I did triple jump with like maybe 3 weeks left of school and came out and kicked some butt.
I know Amada did track. I know there's a video going around on social media.
Wait, hold up. I know this video.
This is one of my favorite
Is it this
videos.
Isaac's Vans video?
Yes, where
When you're like
Amada
failing in
just,
school. She's like, sees something coming up to her. She's like, oh no.
takes off running, like dead sprint, like she's coasting.
I wanted to ask you about it in your podcast, in your episode.
Holy
But
cow, that was bad. Okay, I was a thrower. I did not like to run very much. And they told me to run the mile, and I had to get a point, right?
Yes, a point.
Yeah, they're like, you need to at least get last place. Like, I think it was 6th because we need that extra point.
I mean, at least get last, so just get last.
There was more people than 6 though. So like I had to come in 6th.
Oh, okay, so you
like,
needed the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was like,
But remember on the bus we made the joke? I was like, Amada, if someone's catching you, I'm gonna yell at you.
Yeah.
I promise.
And I never heard her yell at me, and the girl started catching me. And so I literally turned, and the girl's like right there. I was like, run! Footsteps. And then Jayce screamed, run! And took off so I could get the point.
And of course, Vance had that on video.
Yeah,
How?
he wasn't there. Just so you
Oh, it
guys
wasn't
know.
his video?
No.
I think it was Stephen Gaze.
But Isaac definitely jumped at the opportunity.
Everyone was excited about watching me run this stupid mile.
That's
It's terrible.
That's
You know
awesome.
what? That was legendary. I don't care what anybody
That thing is funny to this day.
Oh yeah,
Running in
that
the
thing was
Bible.
big. Like it had hundreds of retweets, like thousands of
Yeah,
likes.
thousands.
Like it got.
Stop in modesty then.
I just want to let you guys know I missed shot put finals to run that mile.
Twitter
They're
clout.
so miserable too. God.
She just keeps it in. I was like, where'd that come from? Oh my gosh.
Alright.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
I got a question for you. I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but I mean you live in the Cruces district. You went to Zia.
Mm-hmm.
Why Mayfield? Was it?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Was it because of Coach Maya?
So.
Shout out the GOAT.
Okay, well, let me just tell y'all. I had to like make up some. This is gonna sound terrible. Bullcrap story of why I wanted to go to Mayfield.
Oh, I've done the same thing.
Yeah, I said I was
I
going.
did the same thing to go to Centennial.
All right, well, me being a little country girl, because we used to own dairy farms, you know. So my excuse was
Yeah.
agricultural program. I was like, it's great.
I'm so excited. Did you do ag in high school?
No, I
You didn't do
Weren't
ag.
you like going into your freshman year? Weren't you talking about like on your schedule? Weren't you in like an FFA class?
yes, and then I.
Then you dropped it.
It was just for the proof.
Well, I had to show them, you know.
I
I
had
was
to make
there.
sure everyone knows I'm here for ag.
But yeah, I mean, initially it was for Coach Maya. I mean, he was probably the most well-known coach in the city of Las Cruces, state championships under him.
Oh yeah.
And I really wanted to like be a part of that culture, and I wanted to win a state championship. I mean, I came out my freshman year and we made it to the state finals game, lost by 1, really sad. But sophomore year, we made it to the Final Four. Probably should have made it all the way, and unfortunately things happened in junior year as well. But senior year was tough. I was probably the only senior with varsity experience. Had a lot of young ones under me, and that was definitely
I've been there, done that.
learning experience,
I did the
right?
same thing.
Yeah, and it makes you really, I think, grow as an individual and like really build your leadership skills. And I think it was definitely like a year of like testing me and patience, and I really grew, and it was probably the best thing I went through.
Yeah, because I mean, that when you're a senior and you have a team full of young people,
they look up to you.
Well, that and then you're thinking about, you're like, I know that this year is not going to go as well as I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I guess it's on me now to try and show the younger guys or girls, like, hey, this is how you do it this way, and in a couple of years,
This will be you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It definitely is not as fun.
I mean, the thing about that is it's good. It's a good opportunity for, obviously, like it happened for him. His senior year, he was the only dude, and that kind of helped gain him a lot of exposure,
32 a game,
which led him to go to Alabama Huntsville.
It was like 20 something.
Yeah.
32 a game,
35 a game.
But no, I think the exposure.
37 a game.
Yeah, just keep. Come on, get to 40.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's hard because it teaches you it teaches you a lot about yourself. You're like, okay, what type of player am I? Like, how positive am I when things aren't? Because you won all 3 years, and then your 4th year it wasn't. And I had won both of my years at Cruces, and then I was on. I was the practice player basically for the state championship team. Then we were really good my junior year, and then the senior year we had people get quit, or people get cut or kicked off. People quit, people tear their ACL, and I was like, okay, this is going to be tough.
Well, talk about that. Did you know where you're going for college at that time?
Here's the thing. I knew I needed to. It ended up being a blessing in disguise. So like I had like 4 offers going into the year, and they were all Division II, but they weren't at the level of Division II I wanted. So like a lot of they're at the bottom half of their conference.
Gotcha.
And then the school I went to, Alabama Huntsville, is like a premier Division II, like one of the best in the country. And they offered me after they realized they got like 4 straight games of 30, and I was like, okay. And they're like, and they called me like, all right, we're officially going to offer you. And I was like, okay, so it ended up working out because I probably wouldn't have scored as much with those other 4 players that would have been on the team.
Right.
So it worked out, but I didn't know at first, so it helped for sure.
Yeah, see, and I think that's what helped
me. It's a stat booster.
Yeah, no, I know, and I think for me what helped was like I had committed like right before my junior season, and I'll be honest, like my before senior season. My junior season, I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I was like, I was not having fun with basketball.
Yeah.
It was like, what am I going to do? I have to have good stats, but really, like, it's not all about stats. And I came out, like, I committed before my senior year, and that's probably the most fun I've ever had.
Because you're stress-free, because they know, because they already believed in your abilities before. So, like, let's say you were to get hurt, or if you were to have a down year, they would probably understand knowing the team that you had. And it was tough because it was like, okay, I looked at it, I was like, okay, I'm just going to work on some stuff that I would never usually work on, because we're losing games by 20. So we went to the holiday tournament, and we played 3 teams that we probably should have beat, and we went 0-3, and then we walk into the locker, and he goes, all right, we hit rock bottom, let's go home. I was like, all right. I got my all-tournament team medal, I was like, I'm chilling.
I'm good.
So, you just said that you were like, stats, like, throw it out the window. I want to point out that every year you were the leading scorer for
Ethan.
For the varsity team.
Okay, yeah. Don't be modest here.
All 4 years, you led the team in rebounding.
Yeah.
During your junior and senior year. You were the leading scorer in the state of New Mexico your senior year.
Yeah.
Like,
pouring it in.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. Oh my
gosh. Like, we're not gonna just like make this. Like, the leading scorer your senior year, like, that is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people, and like you said, it goes back to this. You got yourself in a tie here because you said people from New Mexico don't get a lot of credit.
Right.
But you were the leading scorer in the state, so
I know.
you can't hide from this.
There was the girls that were still playing. I mean, like Amada Brown.
Amada Brown. She was coming off the ACL, right?
She didn't play that year.
She didn't play that year. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, we still had like Sarah Abney, Jaden Pettis, like good players.
Good players, yeah.
Yeah,
they're still
especially
good. I mean, they're playing at
Division I level.
Yeah, Sacramento State and San Diego State. I mean,
really good players, and I mean, I think it's just because I put in so much work in like the off season beforehand, and I just told myself, I was like, this is my last year of high school. Like, I really got to go out, and there's gonna be games that you don't do as good, and there's gonna be games that you do good, and you got to like cherish the highs and lows. And yeah, I think I'm telling you guys, I went out with like just like a free mind, and I had so much fun, and I think that's why I played so good. And like the points just came, like they were not forced. That's like kind of weird to say, but I really like let the game come to me, and I have to thank my teammates. Like they're the ones who got me the ball, and they're the ones who made it possible.
Yeah.
Truthfully,
Because you had the career high was like what, 33?
something.
33, 34?
If it was 34, then never mind. If it was 34, if it was 33, would have had the same.
Oh,
Wait, so I have a question. Whenever you guys, because you didn't have the season that you guys wanted as a team, whenever it was over, how did you feel that morning waking up? Was it the best feeling ever? Because it was for me.
Yes.
I swear the sun was brighter and I heard birds chirping. I was like, wow.
Whoa.
I'm not going to practice for no reason.
Yes.
Getting blasted that
Oh my
next
God, I
night.
don't know about you, but we'd be getting up at 7 in the morning,
Yeah, well,
running.
they switched our schedules, so like we didn't practice in the afternoon anymore. So I'd be awake. That would just ruin my day. I was like, we lost by 20 last night already. What do you want? Like,
Your
what do you?
body be hurting.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, look at who's on this team right here.
Yeah.
Tell me if you think we're gonna beat Las Cruces High tonight. Like,
Oh my God.
like, what did you?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I was very fortunate, I'll be honest. And I don't know. I'm just very, very lucky. Yeah.
So, high school went by, and you started. How many offers did you get?
Well, okay, so this is gonna sound weird. So since I committed kind of early, I was still playing. I mean, I was like, I'm not gonna use a once in a lifetime
So
opportunity.
you played AAU through your offer?
Yes.
Like through your
Right.
commitment? Oh,
And
that's
you
interesting.
guys know, like when you like verbally commit, it's not like completely solidified.
Legit thing, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I started getting calls coming in once I was playing. Like, I got I think I wrote them down. I had 3 offers from Division I schools: Seattle University, University of Northern Colorado, and then University of San Francisco.
So you came to the WAC. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so but I think what threw off a lot of colleges was me committing early, and I had talked to them on the phone, and they're like, oh, so a lot of them got I guess scared, I don't know, backed
Bad
away,
vibes or
and
something?
yeah, and I was just and I told them truthfully, I was like, in my heart, I know I need to stay with this school because I committed there for a reason, and yeah, so I mean, I think that's kind of hindered my process with all of that because I committed so early, and I went on my visit so early, but when I went there, it just felt like home, and I was like, I could see myself playing here, and the campus was beautiful, and there was 6 of us freshmen coming in, so I was like, I have a good
a
opportunity.
big class.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, man, I have a good opportunity to play, but that's another story. My freshman year was tough, but yeah.
It's a learning curve. It's hard. I redshirted my freshman year.
Did you really?
I haven't played a basketball game in 3 years.
Oh my God.
Or no, 2. 2,
okay.
So, because I came to New Mexico State and had to sit out, which I didn't know I probably could have gone to waiver, but it still sucked.
Oh my God.
So talk about that a little. So yeah, talk about the curve. Talk about the transition from from high school to Division I, because Division I at any level, it's still Division I.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So I think any Division I athlete can attest this. I mean, any college athlete. It's a full-time job. Literally.
It's nonstop.
Yeah, you wake up early. You got practice for 3-4 hours. You got to go do weights, mandatory weights. Then you got to have mandatory study hall. With and then if you're wanting to get better, you got to go put individual time on your side. So that's another hour.
It's outside of the practice.
Yeah, and then you're you got to go to class, and you got to find time to eat. I've struggled with that, guys. I was like, man, I gotta eat on the way to class, and I'd be running to class eating, and then even finding time to sleep and study. It was so hard, and I was my head felt like it was cut off like a chicken. I was running over, man, where do I gotta go? And,
and plus you're alone out there. You know what I mean? This is your first legit time being away from your family, so you're figuring stuff out on your own.
Yeah.
On top of all the stuff that you said.
It's not going to UNM or U of A.
You could go home on a weekend.
On a weekend, right?
You are in Oregon.
Oregon, yeah, but I did that for a reason. I depended on my parents a lot. I'm not spoiled, I guess, grateful. They did a lot for me. And I just was I need to grow up, Jay. I need to grow up. So I went out there, and guys, I've grown up so much. I'm doing some things that I never thought I'd be doing. But yeah,
What are you laughing like that?
Amada knows I was very...
Amada's holding, just so everyone knows, Amada's holding herself back so much right now, because she's...
What are you going to say?
Nothing.
Is it true? Have I grown up or no?
Yeah, Jayce's grown up a lot. In high school, she probably would have never done a podcast. She would have never talked, but... Nah, she's good.
Oh,
She's
hey,
good.
I guess you're good too.
So,
That's a
but
nice way to put
yeah,
it.
freshman year, didn't play much. That was really hard for me, and
Because you go from playing...
all of a sudden you go from being the stud to you're dirt, basically.
Yeah.
Not dirt, but
It's it's humbling.
Very.
Yeah, very humbling.
And yeah, so I really felt like I deserved to play. I worked my butt off, and I know that sounds weird to say, but I worked my butt off, and I knew I could be out there helping my team, and never really got the chance to, but that's okay. I was freshman year, need to let it go, and so I come out that off season for my sophomore year. I'm all right, this is gonna be a big year. I had a really good off season for sophomore year, and I come out, I had a good meeting with my coaches, and they're you're gonna play about 20 plus minutes. I was that's really good.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I was all right, so I took it in. Okay, so I was playing a lot at the beginning of the year. middle of the season hits, I start going down. My minutes were going from like 20, 15, 7, 5 to like none. And I without any explanation. So, like that messes with you mentally. And I was struggling, guys. I haven't really told many people this, but like, I guess, I can tell them. I went to go see a sports psychologist.
Oh, I've done it too.
I was like in my lowest of lows.
Yeah.
And I've never, like, you guys know me, such an outgoing person.
Oh yeah, we can tell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I was struggling, really, really struggling. So I kept seeing this guy and came home. That's when I started working with Justin Hawkins, and we'll talk about. Yeah, love him. And I came home, started working with him, and I don't know, like after that week of working with him, I know it's just a week, but like my confidence just like I had some really good talks with him, and it just shot out, like
He's a basketball mind, like a savant. Like he knows
gosh.
the game inside and out, and he knows it all at all levels, and
Yes.
I think he knows exactly how to get anybody better.
Oh, of course. And a little bit before this, I had a meeting with my coaches, and they like had told me like that I was being this like I guess kind of energy sucker from the team. It was a really bad meeting, and I kind of was really confused going into that meeting. And I was like, can you guys give me like some more examples? And they couldn't really give me any, and it was just a really bad meeting. So after that meeting, though, I'm like very personal person, and I went and talked to my teammates. I was like, hey guys, do you feel like I'm sucking energy from you guys? Like, 'cause I take that personal. Like, I'm probably one of the most giving people, and I feel that way. I was like, but if I'm not, tell me. And they were like, Jay, what? So
What are
like,
you talking about?
yeah, and it was so weird, guys, and I was probably really upset after that meeting. Did not go well, and so that's kind of like where my spiral started. Started seeing the guy. But so I come back from Christmas break, going back to that. Come back and I'm playing good, and I'm still not playing. But one practice, one of my coach comes up to me, puts his arm around me, and goes, "Hey, you need to be ready to play." And I look at him, I'm like, "Coach, I've always been ready. Like, come on, I'm a basketball player. What are you talking about, man?" And so so I'm like, okay. So I come out that next game, wasn't starting or anything, and I come out. We were playing Pacific, had my like career high of the season, balled out. Right, it was a good feeling, and I was like, "Yeah, this is what I wanted to show you guys." So after that game, they come into the locker room the next day, and we're watching film, and they're like, "We're having a lineup change." And I got put into the starting lineup.
You started off with one game. That's awesome.
Yeah, and so I was starting for like the rest of conference, and I was doing really good. And
That's awesome.
I know.
Supportive friend.
So I have I want to piggyback off the whole seeing a sports psychologist thing.
Yeah.
So, I think in terms of student athletes or athletes in general, there's this mantra or this narrative that they're always super happy and everything is you know sunflowers and daisies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So talk about that. Like you've seen NBA players. DeMar DeRozan and Kevin Love and all sorts of players come out and they say they go see people. Do you think that it helps to speak to someone? Do you think like the first step is just to be like, there's something wrong?
I think everybody should go see a psychologist.
Regardless if there's something wrong.
I know. I know that sounds weird, but I think everybody should at least once in their life. And I think we kind of like when I went and saw him, I was like, man, I was really like not wanting to go because I was like, there's nothing wrong with me.
Yeah.
Like I swear. And I was like, this is weird to go see a psychologist. And I was like, finally I needed it. I was like, I know I need to go. So I went in, sat down with the guy, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be awkward, And but no, he's like, tell me your story. So I told him what was going on, and he's like, all right, we need to start like at the beginning. We need to like piggyback off what you've been saying, and he's like, we just need to like dig deeper. And so I really like, how do I say this? Found myself within all of this. I really truly found myself, and I think that's where I've grown up more too, and I'm like, and I don't know, it's weird to say, I think everybody really should go see one, and he really helped me, and my sports psychologist, like, really, like, thankful for him.
Mental health is extremely important, like, especially for athletes. I mean, for anybody, really.
Anybody,
because you never know what someone's going through, and especially for athletes going through either not playing or playing a lot or, not getting talked to by your coaches or communication, and then you talk about academics, and then not getting the amount of sleep or not eating right and kind of always being stressed. I feel like talking to someone can really cure that, because you'd be surprised, like, you walk in there like, I'm not going to be able to open up to this person, and the dude whoever it is says things a certain way, and you're like, okay, I'll tell you whatever you want.
And you just feel like
here's my whole life.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's so important to check in on, like, anyone you love, anybody you care about, just because you never know what they're going through, truthfully. And like I was almost at a point where I wasn't going to come back in December. Like I was going to stay here. Like I did not want to come back to Portland. Like I was in my lowest of lows, guys. Yeah. But I was so thankful, and I mean, everything happens for a reason, truthfully.
Absolutely.
I believe in that.
So moving forward to, we're talking about Jayhawk.
Oh my God.
Kind of talk about, we've had him on the podcast. He was like, what, our third or fourth?
Something like that.
He was early on.
Yeah. He's come on, and what kind of impact does he have on you?
Oh man, that guy is great.
Yeah.
Love him. Like, I definitely can go to him for anything. I am definitely a great mentor. yeah, I came out, started, my parents had texted him just over Christmas break, because I had worked with Coach Keys before.
Yeah.
But, like, I just felt bad because I was like, he's busy with his team and stuff, you know, so I just kind of was like, he was great, like, helped me out a lot, improved my game, but I was just like, man, I probably should just let him get his season going. I was like, here's Hawk, he's, like, open, you know. So I gave him a text, started working with him, and I was like, this is going to be kind of weird, you know, working with someone new, but I was like, I'm going to give it a go. So I did. And like I told you guys, like, he really opened my eyes that week, and he's like, he built, like, I guess instilled confidence in me that I didn't think I had. And so I was coming into season just like, he'd always text me too. He's like, Jay, you're balling out. Like, I see you.
He's super cool like that. He's not just doing it for a paycheck. He's doing it because he actually loves it. And, you know, we talked about that with him. He's like, I want to, you know, impact people outside of money, and I want people to genuinely have, you know, to be able to say at the end of the day, like, Justin Hawkins has made an impact on my life.
He wants them to not just play basketball and be good at it, like love basketball.
Exactly.
Yes.
I work out. You work out at 10, right?
Yes.
10 in the morning. I work out at 11. So I walk in like 10:55, and you hear JC exhausted.
I'm breathing hard.
And all you hear is Hawk just like, that's all right. Like, who else is in here? No one else is in here. You know what I mean? So he's awesome. So like, talk about what he's worked with you then. Like, what in terms of like, what are you trying to improve on for your game? Because you're going into a big year. It's a lot of the junior years where a lot of people make a lot of big leaps. So talk about what he's working with you and all that stuff.
So yeah, when I came back this summer, I told him, I was like, Hawk, I was like, junior year, I was like, this is it. Like, this is where I want to go. Like, we need to hit it hard this summer. We need to take it seriously. I was like, and I don't want you to be light on me. I was like, I need the truth. I need the honesty, and like, I need you to push me. And so for me, I think at the end of the year, because we got a new coach this year, so I had a good meeting with him. He just was like, I really want you to focus on your ball handling, and he's like, I want you to be this like 40% three-point shooter. And I was like, all right, coach, I got you. Like, I'm coming back, and this is going to be good. So I came to Hawk, and I told him exactly what the coaches wanted out of me. And so this off season right now, like, you've seen me out. Like, I have like this weight vest on me. I have these not ankle weights, wrist weights.
The heavy balls.
The heavy balls. Like, I'm out here like feeling like 20 pounds heavier, and I'm just like. So I asked him, I was like, what does this even do? And he's like, it works on your explosiveness, I guess, and like quickness. And so with this ball and like pounding it and stuff, like normally your reaction time will be faster, like pounding and stuff. And I'm like, all right. I was like, this is gonna help me. So yeah, so I've been really working on a lot of ball handling, attacking the rim with different, I guess, finishes. And I just like, I guess, shooting the ball really well. I told him, I was like, I want to be the shooter where you're gonna have to guard me this year, and you're not gonna leave me open.
Spacer,
and so I'm really taking that personal, and he's been really helping me with my shot. I think for me, like, I think a lot of times when you like shoot a shot, you're like, oh, that's it, and you like let go of your follow through. I think for me, like when I hold my follow through, it's in a lot. And he's like always been staying on me for that. He's like, Jay, hold your follow through, and I'm like, thanks, Hawk, like I got you. And just. I don't know, guys. I'm telling you, like, I wish any basketball player like has a chance, like, would have the chance to work with him, because I don't know,
crazy.
Like, he's great, right?
Yeah, and then like the thing that he does really well is when he teaches you stuff, like, and he's showing when he's putting drills in.
Life, huh?
Yeah, and then, he explains it exactly in what situation. Like, a lot of trainers will not explain it right. They're just like, just do it, and then he explains it the exact same situation, and he compares it to different scenarios, and it's like it makes you want to do it
exactly,
you know, better.
Yeah, and like I'll be like times like when I'm just like, all right, when do I need to use this, you know, like what is this move like good for? And then he'll just be like, this is when like a defender will do this or this, and I'm like, oh, that makes so much more sense. And you're like, this is why I'm doing it. And then you're like, so when I'm like doing my stuff now, like I can picture it, and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna get somebody with this, you know. And so like, I mean, the other day we were doing like some type of finish. He's like, this is when like a defender will like try to cut you off, but you like hook them and you finish. And like, I'm like, wow, like nobody has ever done that for me. And I like get there and stuff. I mean, he's a phenomenal basketball player, and it's weird because I remember I was being a little girl, like in the stands, like watching him, like, ooh, Justin Hawkins, like he's great.
Bryce
being a little girl in the stands.
Bryce is also being a little girl in the stands.
Like, he's my idol. Like now I'm working with
Hawk
him.
was a good player here. He was awesome,
beast.
and he was good in the pro. He was great. He was one of my dad's favorite players because he was a pro. He's just a pro's pro.
Yeah,
and he's awesome.
Yeah, and I was like, now I get to work with him. I was like, he's a true GOAT, man. Like, yeah, very, very lucky to have encountered him.
Definitely, yeah. Hawk is a good dude. But we'll move into a couple. We're about to wrap things up. But for you, talk about your favorite game so far that you've played in at Portland.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so guys, this is gonna sound really crazy. So, my favorite game ever was against Gonzaga. And,
That's crazy.
No, so listen to this. So, you know, they're like ranked top in the nation.
Yeah.
Their women's team is amazing. So I'm starting, right? I come out and I'm like, oh man, and like the stadium's packed. I've never played in such a packed stadium. And I'm like, this is so surreal. And So I come out, you know, you got your little game jitters, and I'm like, all right, we'll see how this goes. I'm like, I'm starting against Gonzaga, you know. So I'm going, you guys, and the game just starts flowing. I had my career high against them. I think I had 18 points.
Dang,
and
that's crazy.
I don't know how. It was just coming, and I was like, what is happening? It's like a zone
that you don't know how to describe.
Yeah,
awesome.
I was like just bawling, and I was like, what is happening right now? And I was like, I'm doing this against one of the top teams in the nation, and it was probably the most funnest I've ever had in my life. And I was like, wow, anything's possible, truthfully. And
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I always forget that Portland's in that conference.
Mm-hmm. It's a tough conference.
It's a tough, yeah. These West Coast conference, like the West Coast conference and Western conferences, I don't think they get the...
We don't get enough love.
Yeah.
I mean, we have St. Mary's, BYU, Pepperdine, University of San Diego. Like, we've got some good teams.
Pepperdine's an awesome school.
It's beautiful. But, yeah.
So how about, I know they probably issue you guys shoes to wear, correct?
Oh my gosh, yes.
So
apparently, we found out.
Do you have a favorite
pair
of shoes that you like to play in?
Oh, what'd you find out first? I'd love to hear.
Okay, so
we found out that you like shoes.
Yeah, Jayce and I have been friends for a very long time.
You're my guy.
I know that you love shoes.
Love them.
You have tons of shoes. I like in high school you had. Oh my god!
Just
you had shoes like for the pink game. Got pink shoes.
That was like that.
Yeah, it was like we're wearing the whites. All right, I got shoes for that. We're wearing the greens.
Yeah,
I
you guys
got
have all sorts of uniforms too. We had think about ours, dude. Our whole uniforms were like triple XLs.
Dude, those things.
Yeah,
you actually remember that.
Like when you would like the Gus Macker, like you would go to the Gus Macker and cut them. No, that's how our home uniforms were.
They swallowed you.
Bryce was wearing double XL shorts.
Oh, so there was one game, my very first game, because I just went from football to basketball, and we went on a road trip, and the only shorts that they had for me were double XLs.
They're massive.
So if you go back and look at the film, I have them rolled up about 6 times, and they're barely at my knee. And I'm running down the court, and they're like falling. So I'm looking up, and Randy's like, "Bryce, what is your problem?" I was like, "Coach, I can't wear these." So at halftime, he switched me with Cadence, which weren't much better. They were XLs, and they were. I would look like I was hooping with the Fab Five. It was so bad. But yeah,
you still balled out though. I'm sure.
So what are your favorite shoes you've played in? What are your favorite shoes to just wear in general?
Okay, so yeah, alright, this is gonna sound crazy. I have like a huge collection of Kobe's. I think I got about...
I'm a big Kobe shoe guy.
Yeah, I got about 50 plus going.
Oh!
Yeah.
Like, you guys don't understand, like, I
never knew this until now. It's like
not
before we
many
started.
people know. I don't tell people.
Well, like, I know you like the Prestos too.
Oh man, those are clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Kobe's, and like you said, I had a pink pair of Kobe's. Those were my good luck charms, guys. I swear on it. Like to this day, like I was balling, and I would always wear them. But Mayo's like would never really let me wear the pink, you know, because they didn't match. And I was like, that's cool. So I mean, I'll wear them for the pink game and ball out. I don't care. And I was like, championship games, I'll ball out in those. Like, so yeah, those are my go-to pink Kobe's. Like they're like really rare now. They're like the scale ones. I think it was Kobe.
Oh, the Kobe 6. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they're like $400 to the.
Yeah, no, they because they don't make them anymore. The Kobe, that was back when Nike basketball was really popular. Like that was before there was the streetwear. Like for streetwear, you would wear Nike basketball shoes. Like that was like the LeBron, like all the LeBron shoes, like LeBron 9, all those where they were making the colorways on those instead of like the Nike Air Maxes now. So they don't make them anymore, so they're expensive.
But I mean, mine were like maybe $125, like a normal shoe price, like for basketball shoes at that time. So I'm like, I'm never giving these away. These are like valuable. So.
I would have never worn them. Like I mean, I would have only if I had played well in a certain pair, I would never play in a different pair.
Yeah, no.
I would have just played in that one pair.
Yeah.
Already had us wearing those bulky, what are they, Hyper Dunks?
Oh my god.
Boots. Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, they were like, and then.
But yeah, so I really was big on Kobe's. I think they're like, I like the low top. They're good feeling. They feel like a running shoe. And I think when I got out to Portland, I fell in love with Birks. And
are you guys at Nike school?
Yeah, we are.
You're at Nike school, right?
Love it. I actually got a couple pairs of Kobe's from them, so I'm like, I was loving that. But yeah, I've grown into like the Birk vibe. But my mom hates it.
We both have Birks.
Really?
Oh, I love them.
You guys, you're doing good.
Bryce got me on the Birk game.
First pair.
Yeah, but I mean, I get called a hippie all the time by my mother, and I'm like, Mom! She's like, you're gonna start growing armpit hair. I'm like, excuse me.
What do you mean? Like that's up to you if you want to have it.
I want you to tell Brandy that I want a pair of Birks.
Next time you
Can we
see
all
her.
get Burks? Like, we already have two. Like, let's all get Burks. Ivan's here, by the way.
Yeah.
Ivan, say hi.
What up, Ivan?
What up, podcast?
You want to drop your social media this time?
Yeah.
Nah.
Scammer shy.
But yeah, my dad even has a pair. He's like, those were the Dean Brandy, and I'm like, yeah, Dad, you know what's up? Like,
That's awesome.
But yeah, so recently I've been trying to give away my shoes because I don't really wear them anymore. I can only wear purple and black, and I actually
Really?
gave Amada a pair. And
Oh,
he's gonna be a
Intramural
balling in them.
basketball.
Wait, what'd you just say?
For intramural basketball.
So you guys need to go watch Amada ball out in these Kobe's.
Wait,
sixes.
I think the last time you said you took a shot from half court and that was
and
it?
I made it.
And you made it. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's the only shot you made, right?
I lost that game.
I'm pretty sure I have a memory of Amada playing basketball, and I remember there was like, I know for a fact she fired it off of the backboard so hard, like
And that,
How you telling
yeah, I was in a basketball class. Like, I didn't play
Basketball
basketball.
class?
she was
Yeah,
in,
like
yeah.
with JC.
She came out, guys.
No,
tried out?
I know for a fact.
No,
You did.
which he's
You did try out, and I was so supportive
I'm pretty
of you.
sure it was it your
Openly saying.
my sophomore, my
June.
it was your junior year. I think.
Junior year.
yes, okay.
Of high school?
Yeah, so I happened to be in the basketball class because it was like early in the morning.
This was the basketball class.
Yes, and you were in Tracy's. And I've never played basketball in my life, but I really wanted to be in the basketball class with JC. Just because of, best friend.
She said, I want to try for the team because.
My best friend's on the team.
I really wanted to play. Well, oh my gosh, I wanted to be on the bench.
Wait till I tell you this story.
It was terrible.
she wanted to be on the bench.
Wait, can I tell a story? We had her on the podcast and she said that her intramural team made it to the semifinals. Wait, hold up. There was only 4 teams. She's like, yeah, we made it to the semifinals. So it was already the semifinals the first game, so we lost that game.
But we got a good game.
She said we made it to the semifinals. There's 4 teams.
You guys are evil.
Hey, it's okay. Did you ball out?
Yes, we did so good. We barely lost.
Yeah, guys, I
We
can
support
video
this. Was it?
yeah.
It was the Greek. It was the Greek one.
Yeah.
The Greek line. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
we support the Zeta.
Guys, I still support her in Oregon. She'll be sending me videos. Like, she sent this one of a jump ball.
I won it.
Boom! I was like, Amada,
Jump ball.
you're a beast.
Go
Zeta.
Zeta. I really did win a jump ball though.
Even with
Against
your nails.
a
I don't know
tall
how you do this.
You're proud of the jump ball W.
Yeah, I was like,
Hey, that's more jump ball wins than I have in my life. I've jumped against 2 people. Johnny McCants
oh.
in 8th grade.
You lost that one. I
Lost that one. This was whenever he and I were the same size, and he still outjumped me. And the other one was our buddy JT Arnold.
Oh, that guy's.
Yeah.
Because in 8th grade, I was a center.
That sucks.
You were a center.
Yeah, I played the 5.
I played the 5. Oh my
That
god.
sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, so talking about Zeta and the sorority, let's go over to Amada real quick. Can we get a sorority update? What's been going on in the sorority life since we last talked to you in April?
Well, we're actually on a break now because it's summer.
Nice.
Oh, we needed this break. What?
I'm not saying it.
No, we all love each other, but it's good to have a break from things that you love sometimes. And I feel like it's a good time for us all to regroup and everything. We're getting ready for recruitment, which is in September, but it opens up in August. So we're just trying to encourage as many girls as we can to sign up for recruitment. Not just
Can I come in?
Yeah, come.
Okay.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
want to be part of it.
Zeta.
We know he plays girls soccer, so
So
he'll fit right in.
he could never be in a frat.
Have you seen me as a girl? Have you seen us as a girl?
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
I've seen
I've
Bryce as a girl.
No.
Okay,
Twice.
I'll show you guys pictures then.
Wait, what?
How many times
Yeah,
have you
you
been a
had
girl?
a scrunchie in your hair.
Oh, no,
You have no idea.
You don't have
Yeah, we don't. Never mind. I thought we were talking about the same thing.
So I have a legit question,
What?
and like you can put all of the nice sorority stuff aside. Was there drama from you all being on our podcast?
Yeah, I've been hearing some.
throwing it out.
I've been hearing some things.
Yeah, we've heard some stuff. Seeing being that we run the podcast,
Game.
account, stuff like that. And was there drama? It's summer, so school's not in.
Personally,
Are you sweating over here?
I've had people reach out to me and
Me too. I've
call you
asked.
guys liars.
I've also been. Here's the thing. So
Yeah,
he's had.
I have.
Mother's not a
heard
liar.
this as well.
Okay, so he's had people talk about, the lying thing. I've had people ask me why you guys were the first ones we brought on. So I'm not gonna.
So,
So yeah, let's hear your spiel.
Okay. Well, I think that we're the first ones to get brought on because a lot of the other sororities aren't as involved with, like, you guys as we are. Like, obviously, you know Ashley, I know Ethan. Just met Tennessee, he's super cool. And, I don't know, like,
pretty awesome.
That's why we're the first ones on. Like, we're who you guys knew. So, sorry if you guys felt bad, but...
Sorry.
So sorry.
Good political answers.
So, what do you have to say
She's
about...
still reading off of a
What do you have to say about
Okay, turn your phone over.
Alright, over. It's over.
So they're calling. They told me and was like basically saying that you guys were not telling the truth. I don't know what.
Yeah, what would they be like? If you could pinpoint it, what would they be talking about?
Because that's what we've all been talking about.
Whenever we said, yeah, we all love each other. So I think that.
Oh, the sorority.
Okay, here, we'll tell the truth now.
This is good.
Okay, so let me tell you guys.
We're gonna promote this.
We all go through recruitment, and it's so much fun, and you get to visit every house, and everybody's super cool because everyone's unique. Like, Zeta is known for something, Delta Gamma is known for another thing, Delta Zeta, whatever. And you just find your home, and once you find your home, those are your people. Like, I don't know, it sounds ghetto. Like, you ride for those people. These are like your people.
We need to have her on more.
We ride for our teams.
That's right.
Yeah, you ride.
I ride for all my girls.
Ride for all my girls out there. Girls Island.
Shout out to Mexico State.
It's the shooters to the left, bro.
Shooters shoot, baby.
That's right.
But yeah, so you're like with those people, so I mean that's your people. So if anybody ever comes at your people, like obviously we're always against each other. Like that's another thing I don't really understand. They want us to love each other and all this, but they're putting us against each other all the time. So obviously there's like competition, but at the end of the day, like I think that we're all in our sororities for like one purpose, and it's to like make ourselves better women and to help like our philanthropies, whatever it is. So I mean, yeah, we compete with each other, and yes, everybody wants to be top house. Like that's not a question. Like you want to be the best. Like I don't know about you guys, but I don't join things. Well, besides basketball, to try.
She openly tried out to be on the bench.
Left behind. Water girl.
She wanted to play left out.
Why didn't you have to be a manager?
Okay, I didn't even think about that. I finally did.
You thought you were forced to like, if I gotta get in this, I gotta try.
No, I'd be getting yelled at by my dad, and she'd be like, "Jayce, here's water." I'm like, "Thank you, Amada." Here's a towel.
Bring it.
Yeah. I was actually
Sorry,
like, no, it's fine. But yeah, so I guess that's what they could have been talking about. Like, no, we don't all get along, but like, if I see any like buddy from any sorority, like it's happened before, like you see them in trouble or whatever, like you're gonna help them. Like we're not evil people, but I mean, people are ugly sometimes, so.
Well,
our world's ugly.
There's an update.
Very good answer. That deserves a round of applause. So we do this with every interview. Amada knows. We call it top five.
Okay.
Top five. So you have to give us Jayce, you have to give us your top 5 athletes of all time.
Okay, so this is really hard because I'm like a big sports fan, but alright, I'm just gonna lay it out there. So my number 1, Kobe Bryant. Let's go. The Mamba.
Yep.
Alright, so then like I guess this is the woman who inspired me to play basketball. Helena Deladon.
Okay.
That girl is a beast. Like that girl. Oh, why do I keep saying girl, man? Woman. She can ball, and so yeah, I love her. So recently in Portland, so I was a big Lakers fan, but coming out, I've really grown to like the Trailblazers, and I mean, you look how they did in the playoffs.
Have you been to a game since you were out there? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome.
That's a cool. I mean, that's downtown Portland, right?
Yes.
So it's pretty good.
So yeah, I mean, Damian Lillard's like the big hit out there, so I'm like ready to go watch him, but I'm sitting there, guys, and this guy comes out of nowhere. I didn't even know him, and I was like, wow, this guy's good. And CJ McCollum, like that guy is so good. And I was like,
he came from a mid-major.
Yeah.
So.
I'm like, he's grown on me a lot. And then Zach LaVine.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I was like, I mean, I've had a low-key.
She's wanted to marry him since like 8th grade.
I've just always been like, he's Zach LaVine.
Have you seen a picture of him yet?
No.
Okay, well, someone needs to show a picture of Zach LaVine.
Give us your other athlete, and then we'll have Amada break down her thoughts on Zach LaVine.
How about we break down her thoughts on each one?
I don't think she knows who.
How do you spell that?
Yeah.
Never mind. Found it.
And then, but yeah, my last one's Aaron Rodgers. Just because I like the Packers.
Are you a Packers fan? Okay,
I am, but they're not very good.
Your Packers have destroyed my heart like multiple times. I'm a Cowboys fan. So all the playoffs.
Yeah, and okay, I know you said top 5, but 6, I'm really big on Pascal, he's a
Pascal, there we go. We can have a homegrown. We can have a homegrown one.
Pascal.
Isn't he? Look at this guy. Whoa.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Show the camera.
Exactly.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's a good man.
Well, what would you
Thank
give
you.
him?
It's a good man.
What are you rating?
10.
10?
Okay, I just want to point out that whenever we had Amada and Ashley on the show, we're talking about the
DK Metcalf.
Who is?
No,
That's. Have you seen that
I'll
that
show
viral picture of like the dude that looks like a robot because he's so ripped?
Yes.
Yeah, that guy. Like he went viral for that picture. Like he literally looks like he was created.
Oh my gosh. The
Yeah.
one who's always on my Finsta.
Yeah.
no. Well, we're sitting
That
there.
guy. Yeah.
We're
Show
sitting
the
there,
camera,
and
please.
we're talking about the 76ers series, and we're talking about Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there, and Ashley just looks at us, and she's like, "Did you guys know that Ben Simmons has 2,000 something points this season?" And we're just like, "No, we didn't. Thank you."
Should have looked it up.
Oh my gosh.
Fouls are
There's a reason.
good.
Fouls are not good.
Yes, you get free throws.
Oh,
If you get fouled.
If you get fouled.
getting fouled is good. There's a reason that your podcast is the most popular.
I
'cause
always
it's-
foul out by like
How many fouls are in a game? Real quick.
5.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
We're good.
I always foul out before the game's over.
Have you ever gotten through a whole game? Well,
Once.
wait, you've only
Once.
played. Wait, you've only played one, right? Because there's the semifinals.
No, you have preseason.
Yeah.
But no, it's
Wow.
Preseason, dude. Come on.
Duh, dude.
Oh my god.
Wait. Semifinals.
So if there's a regular season, do you just play those other 3 teams like over and over?
Okay, there's more than 4 teams.
So they only bring in 4 teams for the playoffs.
Yeah, so you
okay.
have to win. You have to win your way to the top
Playoffs.
4. But I don't think.
Yes.
I think there might be 5.
It's more than 4. It's more than 4.
It's more than 4, she's right.
Why'd
It's
you
5.
say
Yeah,
That's an extra game that has to be played.
one more game for you guys to get. What seed? Do you know what
because
seed you
we-
were?
What?
I think we were definitely below Delta Gamma. Like, because that's
Okay,
who we played.
So
You said
what
2, 3,
did
4.
Delta Gamma win it all?
Yeah, they're good.
So that means you guys are probably the 4.
Who beat
Yeah.
you?
DG.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are the 4 seed.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
really good. And their girls are, like, hard to block because they're super tall. And, yeah, it's kind of
I
funny.
need to come out and be a Zeta, don't I?
Yeah,
you
you
got
do.
up there and just.
We all need to be Zetas.
I got one time
Put a
this
wig
guy
on.
What are the
literally,
scores of this?
she, like, came for me. And, like, it was my job to defend her. And I don't know, she's big, she's tall. And I said, go ahead. I didn't even try. I said, go.
Walk down the runway.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I think that about wraps up our dual interview we had right here.
Yep.
We want to thank y'all for coming on.
No,
Thank
thank
you.
you. I really
Seriously,
appreciate
yeah.
this.
And we're definitely looking forward to having you back on here again and give us a little update on how your
Appreciate
third
that,
year's
guys.
going.
Yeah.
Oh no, I really appreciate this. Thank you, and
Yeah.
I'm like, it's been really good seeing you guys.
Yeah.
Well, we all go way
Absolutely.
back.
Cool. Well, yeah, thank you so much, and we're going to get right back to our podcast.
Peace out.
Quick reminder here, this podcast is brought to you by Anchor, which is by far the most efficient way to start your own podcast. Anchor has all the tools you need to start your own podcast, which are easily available straight from your phone or computer. All these tools are free of charge, so go over and get started.
Editing your podcast on Anchor is easier than ever, and making your podcast sound great is a breeze. One perk of Anchor is that making money is extremely easy, and there is no minimum listenership.
Another thing that's great about Anchor is that it will distribute your podcast to as many platforms as you want to be heard on. If you're interested in starting your own podcast today, make sure you download the Anchor app or head to anchor.fm to get started.
Alrighty, that was Jayce Gorzeman of the Portland Pilots.
There it is.
That was a really awesome interview. She's pretty dope, and shout out to Amada as well for coming along. But what did you guys think of the interview?
It's just cool, man. We had Gia on earlier, and we talked basketball, but it was cool having JC kind of give us a look at like what athletes go to when they're struggling. Gia had a big year. She was starting. She was consistent all year, but I mean JC.
Flip the script.
Yeah, JC. She struggled a little bit, had a hard time, and it was cool seeing her be honest with us and talk about seeing the sports psychologist and giving us that vulnerable side of athletes that we typically don't get to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's all. I completely agree. I also think, dude, change your hair, bro. He just went Dwight Schrute on us. I also think it's obviously super cool for Las Cruces to get a Las Cruces product at a Division I school, especially in a good conference. The West Coast Conference is a really good
Yeah, we
conference.
started talking about playing against. She had a career high against Gonzaga.
Yeah, one of the best schools in the country. I mean, I think it's pretty cool, and it's always good to get Las Cruces products on the podcast, especially here.
I look terrible.
Yeah, you look awful. So I mean, shout out to Jayce for coming on. She took some time out of her day from working out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
thank you, Amada, for coming back.
Yeah, obviously
she
Amada
wanted to spill the beans so bad,
and it just comes out like a faucet. Like there's no, we didn't ask her. We just brought it up. We brought up how the sorority life was, and she just goes, "Yeah, I heard there's some drama." Like what? Like, hell yeah, we love it.
Yeah, so if you guys want to pitch in, you guys want to hear more drama from Amada, hit our line, support us.
Save the drama for your mama.
99 cents, $4.99, $9.99.
Or you could just send us a fat 50.
Yeah, just if you want to hear Amada tell everyone the drama about what's going on in the strat life, hit our line.
You want to see something funny?
What?
Look at my celebrate or my taunting after I boom. Look at my hands. Did you see that? Look at.
Early Odd Parents style.
Yeah. So
watch.
Bryce had a volleyball game last night. You want to tell us how that went?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I played with my dad's.
Wait, did we talk about the Gus Macker?
No, we didn't.
Okay, we need to talk about it. Let's Bryce sports update.
Okay, quick, because I like to be involved, guys. I like to be involved.
Sports guy. He doesn't play collegiate athlete, so anytime he can play sports, he's in it.
Gotta stay involved, especially with the community. I do a couple things for the community out here. I participate in the Gus Macker and the Mearshite.
That's for the community.
Yeah, dude, I'm just out here supporting Las Cruces.
Support local. Reaching out to you for that?
Yes, dude, of course. But I'll make this quick because it's probably not that important. But we'll rewind to the Gus Macker. Shout out to my guys Zane, Armando. We call him Bam. His name's Enrique, but we call him Bam. Do I know why? No, but I just roll with it. We're coming. So last year we played in the Gus Macker. We got second. Did not expect us to get second. We kind of choked. We won all of our games up to the championship and then lost both in the championship.
2 in a row.
2 in a row, back to back for the big fat L.
3-1.
So we're coming back. We're like, yeah, we'll probably be decent this year. Like we got second. No, sir. Okay, let me tell you.
Record?
2 and 3, but one of the wins was a forfeit because they didn't show up.
Hold on, we only played one game.
So okay,
on Sunday?
We played 2. So Saturday,
the last one.
Saturday we played these white kids who were pretty dang good. They ended up winning on Sunday with only 2 guys.
They won the whole thing.
I don't know if they won the whole thing, but they won their first 2 games on Sunday with only 2 dudes.
That'll do it.
And then we turned around and played. Shout out to Ricardo. We played Ricardo the second game on Saturday. Just got destroyed. So that put us in the toilet.
Yeah.
Put us in the toilet bowl. Yeah, put us in the toilet bowl bracket. We won our first one at 8 a.m. If you think I wanted to be there at 8, you're sadly mistaken. So we're like, all right, cool. We finally got a win under our belts. We played at 10. We're warming up. 9:57, 9:58, 10:01, 10:02. Nobody's there. Boom. Got our second W. We're automatically in the toilet bowl championship. Okay.
Oh, that's all it takes to get there.
Yeah, 2 wins. And so we're in the toilet bowl championship. We played at noon. And we got beat by some kids from Lordsburg who were talking trash. My mom came and my mom started talking trash to them. So shout out to Beth Rewalt was there. Yeah, she was talking because he got all mad at me because I went to block his shot and I was like falling. So I grabbed his shoulders.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
But I held him up. Like I didn't toss him anywhere and he didn't like that.
Because you just to break your fall.
Yeah, called me a P word, A word, B word.
Called you a pork loin?
Yes. Can you believe that? So it's that weird Lordsburg lingo.
You pork loin.
Yeah, you stupid pork loin. But long story short, there was a bad showing here in the Gus Macker in Las Cruces. But there's light at the end of the tunnel, folks.
Got another one?
We have another one this weekend. We're going up to Ruidoso.
It's going to be fun. It's a boys' trip.
Yeah, it's a boys' trip. I'm just glad that we're able to get out of Cruces. If you guys... Also, this is another thing. All 3 of us are hopefully going to be up there, right? Ethan's working on that? Maybe. Ethan's working on coming up Saturday night, if he can. If not, we're trying to reach out to anyone in Ruidoso that could maybe want to do the podcast, because I think that would be pretty dope.
If you know anyone.
Yeah, if you guys know anyone in Ruidoso area that we could get on, that would be pretty dope. But going back to my other sport that I play in volleyball, this one's a little better. I play with my dad and his coworkers. We won last fall at sand volleyball. We went 7-1 in the regular season, and we won our first 2 games last night. We have 2 more games tonight. If we win that, we'll advance.
Oh, y'all play tonight too?
Yeah, we play tonight at 6:30. And if we win that, we advance to next week, hoping to defend our title. So, come out to Mearshite. Support your boy and his dad, Ball Bully.
Ball bully.
Bald bully. We're here.
Ball
for
bully got shut down yesterday, huh? On the phone.
Oh yeah, my dad called to talk to her, and my mom was like, "Let me call you back." And
He goes, all right.
yeah, all right, bye. But yeah, shout out to Bald Bully. That's all we have for podcast number 14.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
14 of these deep.
So we're still looking for more people. Obviously, like we want to what's the word? Reiterate. That's what I was looking for. We want to reiterate our new podcast time. Ethan, what's our new podcast?
Yeah, so change it up. It's just going to be once a week for you guys. It's going to be Wednesday, middle of the week. Give you guys some sports stuff that happened over the weekend, and give you guys a look about what's coming down the line.
Coming, you know what's coming is FIFA World Cup.
I cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
Bryce and I have been excited, especially because in Tennessee, our women's team is freaking amazing.
Alex Morgan. Oh, dude, she's so funny.
Yeah.
It's not gonna pick it up.
I hope it does.
That's gonna be exciting. Starts like June 7th, I believe. Goes for a month.
Yeah, it goes for a while.
So
Who's
it's gonna be
which
exciting.
one is Travis Kelce's wife?
It's not Travis
sure
Kelce.
Zimbabwe.
It's
Zimbabwe. That's who she plays for.
It's the tight end for the Eagles, Ertz.
Oh, Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is wife. What's her name?
Julie Ertz.
Julie Ertz.
I'm pretty sure Indonesia is the favorite.
Dude, he's just looking at my world map right now.
Or Russia,
right,
or maybe Africa.
We're done with the podcast. Do I need to do the outro to get you?
All right, we'll see you guys next Wednesday. We out.
Bye, buddy.
Later,